The Minnesota Twins did not get swept by one of the worst teams in baseball. That's a good thing. They won 3-1 today. I don't have the little graphic down here. My internet's not working properly, but they had a pretty good day today. We're going to talk about it. I'm a little bit happier because the Twins won today, like they should. Like this, my happiness should not, this should have been guaranteed, okay? This should have been a series sweep. It was not. They lost the series. They lost the first two games, but today I'm happy because they get the win. Bailey Ober pitched amazing. Pitching has just been solid all year. The offense wasn't the best in the world, but they got enough done to get the win. So, let's talk about it. And we're going to start with the pitching today because Bailey Ober did exactly what he needed to do today. Got called back up from AAA, and I don't exactly know. So it would have been Sonny Gray's start, if that's correct. So I haven't heard anything about Sonny Gray. What's going on with him. Maybe they just want to move him back or I don't know. I really don't know. So if you know, please let me know in the comments below. I don't want to speculate too much. But Bailey Ober got the call up today. Woods Richardson got sent back to AAA. And that's, I would say, standard because he came in, pitched 4 2/3 innings yesterday, also gave up 5 runs. So he didn't pitch great, but also he wasn't going to pitch again then for a little while. So at least get somebody else to the majors, back up with the Twins that can make an impact. Ober got the nod today, went 5 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. It came in the first inning. That was the only run that the Nationals scored. The bullpen did a great job. The rest of the way, he had 4 strikeouts and 3 walks. So a pretty good day. That's all you can ask in his debut. He got the win for the Twins. He kept the Nationals to a limit of 3 hits. Like I said, the bullpen did not give up a hit. They did not give up a run. So really kept it at a minimal and then allowed the offense to do anything, right? Like I said, the offense has not been great. I would say 3 runs against Patrick Corbin is not fantastic. They did good enough today, and that's kind of how it's been. It's been good enough. It hasn't been great, but only allowing 1 run, that is what the pitching has done all season. For the most part, I would say at least in 70% or so of the games, and that's enough to win. That's enough to get the Twins the win. So good job by Ober today. Thielbar came in, pitched 1 1/3 innings, got an out, got a strikeout, and also walked 1, but did not allow a hit or a run. Lopez came in today. He got a hold. That's Thielbar's 6th hold, by the way. I don't know. Holds aren't super, cool, but that's his 6th hold. And it is Lopez's 5th hold. Lopez threw an inning, clean zeros across the board. No strikeouts, no walks, no hits, no errors, no runs. And then Duran came in, got the save. And that's important. He needed a good, clean outing the last 2 or 3. And not even save opportunities, but just the last 2 or 3 times that he had been out there had struggled a little bit. So for him to go out there, get a clean save today, that was important for him. Got the win for the Twins. So really good for him. Really good on the pitching side of things. 6 strikeouts, maybe, again, probably the only touch point for the Twins. As these are, you've got Lopez, you got Duran. That's your setup guy. That's your closer. Only 1 strikeout between the two. Ober, he's a taller guy. I would say he's not necessarily a strikeout guy, but definitely has a little bit of a funkier delivery because he's a little bit taller. And only had 4 strikeouts. So only 6 strikeouts on a pretty bad hitting Nationals team. They won't have to see him again, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but just something to note. But let's go to the hitting. Not a really good day. Hitting, okay, when I say not a good day, I don't mean not a good day. They got the win. They had 9 hits. It was enough. And you could probably say this every single day, and that's why I do, because every single day the Twins offense, in my opinion, in my brain, should be better than how they perform. Now, I understand that's probably setting the expectation way too high. They're not going to score 10 runs a game. They're not going to get 15 hits a game. I understand that. So they did good enough today. They did good. They did what they needed to do. I just think that, what I'll say maybe you'll have the same opinion of me as, oh, they just didn't do as well as I thought. So let's go through this. Kind of an interesting lineup today. I think they went with this lineup. They took the sweep against the Royals, and then they started messing around with their lineup a little bit. And Solano was playing first today, and he was leading off against Patrick Corbin. By the way, Patrick Corbin, and this is why I say, I think the expectation should have been higher today. Patrick Corbin has had some of the worst baseball pitching performances, I think, across the league. It's not just the Nationals. The last 2 years, he has led the league in losses. He led the league in hits 2 of the last 3 years. He has led the league in ERA, or earned runs, not ERA, excuse me, the last 2 years. Also gave the most home runs in the league in 2021. Like, the dude is bad, okay? He is probably one of the worst pitchers in baseball, and the only reason he's still in baseball is because he's got some 200, 300, something crazy, some $100 million contract or something, something like that. It's nuts how much money he is getting paid. This year, he's got a +6 ERA. Like, he's not a great pitcher, and the Twins really should have exploited that, and if the Twins would have lost this game today, oh my gosh, I would have gone off the rails. But they did not. They won the game. Patrick Corbin was the man on the mound for the Nationals today. Still went 6 innings. Like, he still got through a good part of this game. 6 strikeouts still. But it was the home run ball for the Twins that, again, got them out front. The home runs today were Polanco, which is cool because, he was injured for so long, came back. I think this was his first series back. So for him to get right back into the swing of things, he had a hit in all 3 games this series. Good for him to get on board with things. And then Taylor, he hit his 4th home run. And that came with 2 outs. So that was the first 2 scores that the Twins had in the 4th inning, and then they added 1 in the 5th. But a little bit interesting of a lineup today. As I mentioned, Solano leading things off, then Correa, Buxton, Miranda, that's all normal. Jeffers was up into the 5th spot. That's a little bit weird. Went 2 for 4 today, so he had a good day. Polanco batting 6th. Gallo has struggled in the last 2 games, but batting 7th, and then Castro and Taylor. I didn't love the lineup that they put out there today. Or it's not that I didn't like the lineup. It's just I thought it was a little bit weird. But it ended up working. So that's what I'm happy about. But I don't know. This lineup, I think, just because it was a lefty. That's why Solano, and that's how that train just started. And I got a little tangent. But Solano being a right-hander. Correa, Buxton, Miranda, Jeffers, Polanco, all right-handers. Castro, a switch hitter, and Taylor, a right-hander. Like, they went heavy on the right-handed bats today. 3 runs really isn't a ton. And then, like I said, 9 hits. Yes, that's great, but they did only go 1 for 6 again with runners in scoring position. They still left 9 guys on base. Like, they should have done better, but I won't complain too much because they got the win. The last couple of things I want to say, though, Solano, Correa, both went 0-for, so again, righties doing really well against lefties. They didn't do much, but Buxton had a hit today. Miranda went 2 for 3, good for him. I already mentioned Jeffers. Polanco had a really good breakout day with his 3 for 4 day, had the home run as well. Gallo 0 for 3, Castro 0 for 3, and then Taylor 1 for 4. It's his 4th home run. Like, he is second on this team in home runs. Michael A. Taylor. Who would have thought? Not me. I promise you that. But I'm glad that the Twins' offense did something. I was going to say come alive, but they did something today after giving up the first run in the first inning. So it could have been ugly. This one could have been ugly, just like yesterday, where they gave up a couple of runs in the first couple of innings, and then just kind of, I don't think they cared. I think they stopped playing, and it didn't look good. But today, they fought back. It wasn't the most pretty game in the world, but Miranda, Polanco doing their jobs, Taylor with a home run, Ober pitching like he needed to. It was really good for the Twins to not get swept against a pretty bad team. So still 12-10. They still are on top of the AL Central, and that's what matters. Still a long season to go, and now they get the Yankees, I believe. So let's get one or two. I don't expect to win the series, but let's get one, right? Anyway, maybe we're at home. I don't know. Anything could happen. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe that's why Ober pitched too, is just to give your better pitchers a chance with the Yankees. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, though. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to stick a like and subscribe. Stick a like, and we'll see you tomorrow.